When it comes to growing your audience, one of the best things you can do is create a loyal audience. These are the people who are already there to watch you. You want the word of mouth of the individuals who are watching your video to spread to other people. By responding to their comments and questions, you're recognizing them and building the affinity you need to create ongoing loyalty. You also want a lot of engagement on your videos because that's the part of the algorithm that YouTube uses. A good balance between views, likes, and engagement helps boost your videos in the ranking. Let's go over how you can manage your community and your comments. You can add moderators to your channel in community settings. You can approve users so that their comments will be automatically approved. This is great if you have specific fans you trust. You can view hidden users. You can hide users directly from the comments on the video itself. When you hide a user, their comments do not show up on your channel. This is great if you don't want to have to ban someone, but you just don't want their comments showing up. You can block specific words from showing up in comments. If you upload a list of curse words, for example, this setting allows those comments that match those words to be automatically flagged for review before they're posted. You can block posts with links and hashtags in them. You can automatically flag messages that might be deemed problematic. You can moderate comments directly on the video comments themselves. You can also go into the community section of YouTube Studio and moderate comments from there. This is a better option because it allows you to see all the comments in one place. You can also see the comments that are being held for review, and you can see who your subscribers are and how many people follow their channels. When you're looking at the published comments section in this area, you'll see the most recent comments first. This is where you hide users and you can automatically approve them. And if you have a really active community, or if you see your employees are responding, you can choose to make them moderators. You can also delete comments and report them as spam. And you can search for particular user comments to approve or reject. When you have a very active channel with a lot of comments, how you manage engagement might be very different than when you only have a few people commenting on your channel. When you don't have as many comments, it's especially important to respond quickly to all of them if you can. When you get to the point where you have a lot of comments, and that's a good problem to have, then your strategy might need to be different. In an ideal world, you would hire moderators who could manage all the comments. But for a small business, that might not be so easy. Instead, you might want to dip in and answer specific questions rather than respond to every single thing that people are saying. It's important to pay attention to what's being said. It's helpful if you're at least engaging in some way so that others can see you're listening and you're paying attention to what your fans and followers are saying. But there is one thing that you should know about comments. YouTube is cracking down on videos that have inappropriate content or inappropriate comments, and it may not allow you to monetize your site. That means you need to be monitoring and removing comments that could be offensive, vulgar, or divisive. You can also heart your favorite comments, which helps reward people for their contributions. The commenter will receive a notification that you've hearted their comment. Note that hearts are different than likes. Only YouTube creators can heart a comment. Other commenters can't do that. They can only like or dislike a comment. You can also choose to pin comments to the top of the feed. This helps set the tone of the general conversation, and it rewards some of your most loyal commenters. It can also help you highlight an answer to a question that's being asked over and over. So what do you do about the dreaded trolls, which YouTube comments are known for? In particular, should you ban people who exhibit bad behavior? Nick Nimmin shares his suggestions.
When it comes to banning people on YouTube compared to other platforms, I think that on YouTube and all the platforms, when people get banned or they get their comments deleted, people look at that as censorship. But on the flip side of that, if somebody is there and they're saying, profane things, or they're attacking the brand or something like that, personally, I still think that it's worth it to delete that person, even if it means that you might catch some heat on the back end, because at the end of the day, that heat that you're getting might bring more attention to the brand. But ultimately, though, it's just having those negative people. Like, one thing that I always like to encourage people to do is You know, if you do have a bunch of trolls in your comments, then what happens is it makes it easy for other people to also troll in your comments. But if you keep your comments clean, then it encourages people to be clean in your comments as well. It encourages people to be encouraging or helpful or whatever it happens to be in your comments. But as soon as you start letting those people come in to pollute everything, then all of the other people that come in and they see that you allow that type of thing, then you're also giving them permission to do the same thing.
You also have the option to turn comments off in YouTube. This is a feature that you should use sparingly and only if the conversation gets really out of hand. This is something that you should prepare for ahead of time with a good PR communications crisis policy. See the resources for a link to a video which covers how to think about a crisis policy in social media. Amy Landino shared what she thinks about turning off comments.
I just can't think of a single reason why you would turn comments off. I know that's probably too idealistic of me, and I really have a great problem of having a very happy audience. But if a company finds they're in a situation where they might want to turn comments off on one video, then it's probably something that they should have considered before that video was even created, or territory they maybe shouldn't have entered at all. If the mindset is we're turning off comments on all videos, then just stop making videos. Because truly, if you're not listening and you're not at least listening, response is your policy. But if you're not at least listening to the audience, you're never gonna know what they actually want from you.
There are some third-party tools you can use to manage your comments. The last thing to consider when it comes to engaging your community is the Community tab. If you have 1,000 subscribers, you will receive a notification from YouTube and it will appear on your channel when you're signed in. You can use the Community tab to ask questions, make announcements, and promote your products and services. You can view, sort, and manage your community posts directly from the YouTube Studio Content tab. You can also set channel permissions to allow your team to help you edit and comment on community posts. Engaging with your community is one of the best ways to grow your channel. It may not feel like the most direct way, but it's the best way to build loyalty and to help foster word of mouth for what you're doing within the channel itself. So answer those questions, talk to your fans, and remember to ask them for engagement when you're talking with them in your videos.